So it turns out there was a thing that I forgot to show at the end of the last video. I started that video by working over here on the Chickenator, the automatic chicken lava farm thing. And I said I was going to show you whether or not it was working after the hotfix that I did. And yeah, it works. It's not the speediest thing in the world, but it works. I also, during a stream, I came through and I made the roof so it's less naked on the outside, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It has kind of a 90s KFC McDonald's feel to it, which I kind of like. I think that works quite well. Yeah, that's working. I'm happy with that. But that is not what we're working on today. I have other plans for today. In fact, I've got some pretty serious major plans today that I want to get doing. But as always, I have a little task that I need to perform at the beginning of the video that I want to get done first of all. I during another stream I came through and I started working on a tree over here. There's another banyan tree, and I did not finish it. There are no leaves on this, so I'm going to do that. That's where we're going to start today. With a little bit of a montage of putting some leaves in here and maybe some ground coverage and things. We'll finish off this little section of the spawn jungle. So, yeah, very quickly, let's do that. Okay, that should just about do it. Well, there's still some more things that I want to do here. Like, this is not complete. Of course it's not. When is anything ever complete in this game? But I've done what I intended to do for the beginning here, this little odd job, and I've put the canopy on top of this here tree, and I've gone through and I've filled in to make it a bit more jungly here. So here's that shipping container that we started with. Now it's all overgrown and like got moss and things growing on it. I've kind of textured it out a bit and filled it with mud and things. It's still nothing back there. I kind of feel like there should be something back there. Maybe we do some armor stand something back there. I don't know. But yeah, I think this is working quite well. Got a couple of torches leading on the way out of the path here, just to kind of show that you're coming into some kind of a settlement as you come out this way. And then once again, the same as we had from the other side coming in, we've got the glowberries, so that kind of dictate where the path is, and you can kind of see that all the way through. I was going to put well. Here, it would be nice to have like slabs or stairs or something to get up this kind of thing generally, but because we're going through a jungle and it's supposed to be like overgrown and wild and such, I figured, no, let's make people jump. Let's make them work for it. I did start by putting some fences down the side, almost like somebody's put a railing in here to kind of help you pull yourself up. It would be great to put like a rope or something going down there instead, but obviously it is Minecraft. There is no rope. And the fence just looked kind of dumb, so we're not going to go with that. Coming back out around here, I want to add in some palm trees and stuff in on this side. Hey, llama. Maybe another little tree in here, just kind of break this bit up. I think I don't know, maybe I like being able to see into the banyan tree like that. I don't know, but definitely want some more palm trees out here, because if we come back here, well, it's looking very empty, very sparse. There's nothing back here at all. So all of this still needs working on. Wherever there's torches, basically, I still want to put some more effort into making it look kind of cool. So I've got ideas for back here, but that's not for today's video. That's something future me can deal with. Also, I want to put some more trees and stuff over on this side. Maybe we get that done by the end of this video in like a live stream or something. I don't know. But just coming back here, I think more trees, smaller palm trees, and we'll get the rock pools and stuff. And then that's that side of this bit done. I've grown a whole bunch of the grass up through here just to see what that would be like. Just having this big grassland. and it's given me some ideas for in here. I think that was my I was struggling to figure out how I wanted to do this bit without blocking vision of the ship. And I think grassland is the way to go, but with some more bushes and little trees and stuff, and then leading back up into maybe not banyan trees on this side, but definitely more palm trees and maybe some kind of oak trees or something on this side. I don't know, maybe another banyan tree. We'll see. I will work on that another time. But for now, I should say hello, my friends. This is Ian, aka Malice, and welcome back to Minecraft. I'm sick. That first clip that that one. That first clip that I recorded, that was about a week ago. And then after I recorded it and started working on this, I got really sick for like 3 or 4 days and was totally unable to record, not without sounding like I just climbed out of a swamp or something. So yeah, the video has been delayed, and you might be able to hear my voice is less healthy than it was at the beginning of the video, but we're there. I'm happy with this. This is good, but this is not where we are working today. For today, I want to do some work over on the base. Over here back at the mansion, I have been gathering a whole ton of resources. As you can see, we've got some calcite and we've got some mangrove wood. Yeah, this stuff is really tedious to get large amounts of, and I think I'm going to need quite a lot of it for the mansion. So for the first time ever, I think I'm going to have to build a automatic tree farm for mangrove wood, because, oh god, I couldn't even gather a single chest of it without going, I've had enough of this now. This is probably enough to get started. So yeah, we're going to make an explodificator at some point off in the industrial district, but that'll be maybe next episode, not now. But for today, I have to use all this stuff and probably a bunch of this stuff, which is left over from building the shell of the mansion, in order to start creating the first iteration, the first part of the interior of the mansion. So this is going to be the main focal point, the main public facing area of the mansion. This bit will be always accessible even if the game is switched off, so whenever people come over to visit the base, they'll always be able to get in here and walk around and explore. So that's what we're working on today, and it's going to take up the majority of this middle section here, so all the way across from here to here and then up from here to across there. Not that bit at the top, not that top section, nothing on the left or right. It's probably, to be fair, it's probably about a quarter or so of the interior total. Maybe. More like a fifth. Yeah, it's about 20% of the whole total interior in here we're going to be making today. So that's going to be a whole thing. And to top that off as well, we're going to be working, or I'm going to be revealing the first award, or the first accessible award to the players, and how we're going to be dealing with the award system from the gaming perspective. But yeah, for now, I want to get started. I'm going to lay out kind of a floor plan, so you can see the exact silhouette of this bit that we're going to be building today. And then I shall come back to you in a short while. That's just about going to do it for the floor plan. I think that's basically all I can do to show you kind of at least the ground floor size and shape. So we've got like a atrium area here, everything underneath this dome. That's going to have the staircase. Oh, forgot some blocks. It's going to have a staircase going up to the second level and then up onto the third level as well. So access to the upper levels is going to be on this side. And then this is the main entranceway into the base. So this is kind of the front. People come in through this way, and we're going to have access to the north and south wings, as well as, I guess, this corridor here through to the atrium, which also has a couple of little corridors going off to rooms on the north and south as well. So that's, like I say, that's pretty much all I can show you for the ground floor, without kind of building the rest of the structure, rest of the room. I suppose it's 2 rooms really. So yeah, I'm just going to get on and do the rest of that, and leave you with some nice I've fallen in a hole. And I'm just going to leave you with some a nice cinematic time lapse thing. So enjoy that, and I'll be back to you shortly. There's something really quite beautiful about this game at night at the moment, and I think a lot of that is to do with the ambience that the Fireflies have added. They've adding those in, that's something really special that they've done. It really adds to the feel of nighttime, having that ambient sound and the fireflies dancing around the place, twinkling in and out. And I've gone through, I've added a resource pack that makes the night sky extra cool. It makes the stars twinkle. How cool is that? I really like that. That's really nice effect. Yeah, yeah, I like it. We've um we've updated the server to 1.21.10, so we've got all sorts of copper bits now. And I was wondering whether there is any bit on the outside of the house that I should go through and replace now that we've got those copper variants, like those iron bars up at the top there, and these lanterns down here, and maybe replace these with more lightning rods. But I think I like where it's at. I think it looks just how I want it to at the moment. I don't want to really replace any of these parts. I think that'd be too much for a good thing. I like them at the top. You can see the lightning rods that we had at the top there. They've all patinaed and they look really good. They look a lot better than they used to. They were bright orange before. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. And these new pieces that they've added in 1.21.10, I really like them as well. Like these torches, green torches, I don't have any use case for them at the moment, but I really like them. I can see potential for them in the future, and the same with the bars and the chains and the lantern. I can definitely see uses for them, just not right now. Definitely in the grounds around the place. This guy, so I had this guy wandering around over here. I put the copper chest down here and I just filled it with a bunch of junk to see whether he could sort it into this lot. And he did. It was successful, kind of. He wouldn't kind of come around here unless he struggled too much. So yeah, he wasn't brilliant, but he did empty his little copper chest, and then he just hung out by next to it and like sat there and opened and closed it and opened and closed it and opened and closed it. So I took it away from him, and then he wandered off and got stuck in a boat. So he was pretty useless. So I've just let him. He's become a statue now, and he's standing there. And I'm sure I'll find a use for him eventually. There's bound to be uses for these guys around the house, both as a statue and as an actual little helper. But I think the real MVP of the update are these shelves. These are just so good. Like both as decorative thing, using them as trim on walls, and you can use anywhere basically that we would use the spruce trapdoors before. Anywhere we would use these, you can now use these, and these are significantly better. I mean, I'm sure there's sometimes you might choose to use these instead, but I think what these once were, the shelves now are. The shelves are the new spruce trapdoors. I think we're about to see a Minecraft renaissance with these. I really do. I mean, for example, check this out. Check this out. We can do that. I got all the bits. Yes, I have. Do that. Then let's take we'll take a spruce trapdoor. We'll stick that on the back here, and then we'll put a banner on the front there. Look at that for a chair. Does that not just scream chair? I am chair. This is the chair that you want to sit in. Yeah, I'm really liking that. So all the things in the new update are cool. And what else is cool is what I'm about to show you. So I've been beavering away all the time lapse. You know what I've done, but I'm about to show it to you, and that makes it so much better. This is the front entrance to the house. So this is coming in here. This is the entrance hall. And I'm really happy with it. It looks so cool. It's exactly as I imagined it would be. Like, it's got this nice tall element to it, so you already feel like you're being dwarfed by this room when you come in. And you've got some balconies looking over. So you've got these three ones up here, and you've got two either side there, and then there's a third one up there, and all overlooking this room, just to make whoever's just arrived feel small, so the master of the house or whatever can greet them from up there or something. These are going to be corridors going off to the north and south wings of the house. Obviously, I have not done those yet, for there is nothing over there yet. And you would fall to your death if you walked through them. But instead, if you were to go this way, then you come through this little corridor. And I like the little corridor, and there's more little corridors off to the, again, north and south. And you'll notice these chiseled copper block doors. These will be piston doors eventually, and these will be ones that you have to unlock by playing the game. So when the house is in its default state as it is now, they'll be locked. Nobody will get past them. But when it's in game state, then you'll be able to unlock them and get through, and there'll be more puzzles and things for you to do on the other side. We've got these doors as well. These are like false doors. They're just decorative. So yeah, we've got a few of those doors, one here, one there, and there's two more over here, another one here. And then walking backwards out this way now, you are looking now at the atrium. So we've got the big dome up the top there. I really like that. That's obviously dominating this whole room with these big these big copper clasps holding it up onto these big sturdy walls that we've got here. And then the stairwell all the way up to the second, and in fact up to the third floor of the house. Yeah, I think this is a grand room. Obviously, this is the back wall, so this is the back door to the house, believe it or not. And come out, and they'll be out into the house's grounds. Yeah, I really like the way that this room has come together as well. I think it's fantastic. We've got art on the wall. I'm thinking we might do custom art for these. For the most part, like, there'll definitely be the default artworks as well, but I think having some custom ones up there as well will add to the variety that we've got. And there's another one up there, up on the next stairwell, but we'll have a look around this level first. It's kind of little art gallery area I really like, with the art with the end rods over the top. I'm really happy with it. This has all come together so well. This is the first balcony that we saw from the entrance hall, and we've got another couple of these doors here and here, so you have to unlock those by playing the game. And again, just overlooking this way down and to see whoever it is, what pleb has entered my house. And then finally we have the upstairs. Now this is the part that's not yet complete. You can see there's no ceiling up here, and there's, well, if I look this way, you'll see there's no wall on this corridor at all. And that is because I have not yet worked out the layout of the rooms up here. So there would be no point in building the connecting corridor until I know where the doors and things are going to be, and how this corridor is going to split off and go down into these different areas. So no point in doing that yet. But we have completed over here. This is obviously looking back down from all the way at the top, those two side balconies and that back balcony there, looking down into the main entrance hall. And it's over here, this sort of galleries section looking back over here. So that is what this area is going to look like in the house when it's in its default off state. And if you look over here, then you'll notice we've got kind of a path going off over in that direction. There's even this fence gate here, so we can get out here and we could jump across over onto there. It's a tight fit, but you can make those jumps. But there's not much point. Why bother? There's nowhere to go. There's no reason to do it. However, when the game is in its game state and somebody is actually actively playing, and I flick this switch, we'll see that these jumps get a little bit easier. The stairs at the top here have retracted, and over there you can see a glinty shiny thing. So this glinty shiny thing, this is a custom model that I've put together. And this is just to kind of show the idea. This is just a placeholder. So it'll probably change shape and definitely change texture eventually. The glint is going to stay. And I'm going to explain the glint a little bit further later. But this is going to be the first copper award that the player can get to. So when the game is switched on, those stairs will retract. And I don't know yet, but these two here, they are hooked up to pistons as well. So I might have them on like a timer, retracting and going back in. Or maybe you've got to press a button somewhere to start them going. And then the job will be to jump across over here. And like I say, the stairs have retracted, so these jumps are a little bit easier. This is only a copper award. It's not supposed to be difficult. And you heard the ding. We've got the first copper award. And I'm going to come up with a better sound than that. It may just be note blocks, or I might do something with the audio mods that are available. I will find out at some point. But there is a little bit of chicanery going on up there, and I'll have a quick shifty and show you. So if I pop down here, this is where that redstone for that award is, and there's no way of actually getting back and looking at the moment, but the award is actually on an armor stand back there. It's in the head slot of an armor stand, and I'm using the armor stand's book data pack to save its animation state, so save its positions in a book, and then I can activate it with redstone and kind of animate it between two positions. So one position is got its head back, and the award is kind of back in this wall, so you can't see it, and the other state is it in its active state, ready to be collected up on this plinth here. Yeah, so that is the award. That is how we're going to be doing the awards. Let me show you what I've done to get the glint effect on there. For that, I'm going to have to jump into a creative world. So here in creative, I can demonstrate to you the problems that I had applying this the glint effect to this custom model. That's all this is a retextured iron nugget. And in item form like this, it looks fine. This looks like a collectible, something the player would want to come and pick up, because that's exactly what it is. It's designed to be like that. However, in the mansion, in our game, we're not going to be using it like that. We're going to have them on armor stands like this. So suddenly we haven't got that movement. There's no bouncing up and down or spinning around or anything. Doesn't look as attractive. If I turn this guy invisible, it's just sort of sat hovering in the air, which is interesting, but it's not really, it doesn't catch the eye in the same way, right? So we wanted to do something to make it a little bit more appealing. And so I figured I'd apply the glint effect by using a Curse of Vanishing book on the item. And we can do that, that's no problem. And stick that in the armor stand instead. And suddenly it's a little bit more visually interesting. It feels like something that the player would want to come and maybe pick up. However, then I brought it into the real world in survival, and I discovered you cannot put Curse of Vanishing on an iron nugget, or anything which isn't a tool, in fact, or armor. Which kind of scuppered my plans slightly, made it suddenly not possible. We were going to have to stick with this. And I didn't like that, so I wrote a data pack. All this little data pack does is to add a new recipe into the game, which allows me to craft a glinting iron nugget out of an iron nugget and a glow ink sack. And then I can just use my the custom model data command. And we've got our little trophy there, and it carries that glint effect through. So, yeah, I think that's a nice survival-friendly way of doing this, going about getting the glint effects into the game. And, yeah, it might not be the most vanilla thing in the world, but then again, neither is using the custom model data thing or the armor statues and so on and so forth. So I think it's vanilla enough, and it's like I say, it's survival friendly. It allows us to do that with our custom models. I've done a little bit more work on the interior here. It's now feeling a little bit more filled out and like somebody actually lives here. So we've got some nice greenery, some house plants and stuff. Got a couple of little sofa-y things here going on with the shelves. I have gone through and I've replaced pretty much all of the trapdoors which were around the place with the shelf blocks as well. Not along here. I think these ones are fine. I've updated the side here as well. It was feeling a little bit kind of bland and kind of boring, so that's all looking much nicer now. Got some bookshelves over here and more greenery, more leaves. Lots of paintings around the place, and yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I think I'm definitely gonna have to add some custom paintings in because they're kind of repeating all over the place. You see that one and that one are the same. There's only 2 paintings of that size, those 2, so you're gonna get repeats all the time. So I think definitely some custom paintings in the mix would be fantastic, and do that with the custom model data as well. So yeah, keep an eye out for that because we're definitely going to update those in the future. We've got some more green things and a painting up there too, and again more shelves everywhere. I love the shelves. The shelves are freaking excellent. One of the best additions to the game. And then final thing for today that we've got over here, I made a grandfather clock out of shelves. There's also like this pendulum and the glass front, which is made out with the armor stands. So you can do the armor poser, and you can see we've got access to that there. And then a little clock in there, so I can see what time of day it is whilst I'm waiting for my guests. And extra special thing is because this is using the armor stands mod, I just walk straight in. So now I'm inside a grandfather clock. I'm encased. I feel safe in here. This is cozy. That's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the episode, please, as always, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all those good things. And I will see you next time for the next episode, which will be, as always, sometime.